Really, for the last 2 years, you've kind of taken the internet by storm. Your look at your daughter's wedding with the lungi, just your overall vibe. Did you ever think that you would have this kind of re-emergence as a kind of a breakout internet star?
No, never. Never dreamt of it also. But I guess, people connected with the man and not just the movie. I think that probably brought out the best of me in the eyes of the people. And it's finally your audience, the end user, who decides how they want to look at you. And I think that's the opportunity I got. And other than that, I think my mindset, the honesty which I genuinely believe I do things, the humility because of my background, my fitness, I think that itself has its own fan base. And even if you look at things right now, every individual is being appreciated for who they are and what they are all about. And I think that's the beauty of this period. I mean, debatable again when it comes to, when we talk about social media, but the right projection and the real projection and not the virtual projection is what people are seeing through today. And I think that's why I got the opportunity. And the youth started connecting with me because they felt, today even more so, he's 65 and he's fit like that. What is the kind of lifestyle that does he lead? So when you see an 18-year-old do this to you, which means you're doing something right. And that only encourages you to do better. That's the pressure that I have. If you talk about peer pressure, you talk about the Gen Z or the millenniums, that's the pressure that I have, that they believe that you are one of the fittest that there is. So you want to continue that. And that's why I think I'm relevant. Otherwise, from a work perspective, cinema, I took a break when Dad was unwell. Anyways, not that I was in the best of positions then. The best work wasn't coming to me. So I was anyways trying to move away from movies and doing my own thing. But then Dad fell unwell and I said, you know what, I don't want to work at all. And that was a decision I took. In spite of that, I survived. So someone up there is taking care of me.
You talked about your dad, and we also know you as a great entrepreneur. You've dabbled in so many different things, so many different businesses, and we'll talk about that. But, one lesson that you've learned from your dad, who had kind of humble beginnings.
Well, he was no management student, ran away at the age of 9, came to Mumbai, and took care of his family, took care of his daughters, made sure that, of course, son too, but make sure that they were educated. Even though he didn't have the means, he made sure, and he sat me down one day and said, you know what, I need to educate my daughters. I know you will manage. And I think that really got to me as to an uneducated man, been through so much in life, and only thing he talks about and only thing he believes he can give his children is great education. So, hats off to that. And I think a man that didn't go to management school but taught me how to manage my life with honesty. And I think that's what has made the huge difference as far as I'm concerned. No speeches, no big talks, but was there. He showed up every single day, not for me, just for me, for mom, his daughters, his family. So I think that his silence spoke much, much more than words could ever. And even now, if you see, even with children, children watch and learn. Your speeches, your talks won't make a difference as far as parenting goes. What is important is what your behavior is all about. And I think that's what I picked up, and ever since it's been that way. I'm connected to my roots too, so it makes a big difference.
Your roots are from Mangalore. What is your connection with Mangalore?
Whoa. Everything. Absolutely everything. I was born there. Of course, mom went for delivery, but whether it's the sea, whether it's the sand, whether it's the soil, whether it's the food, whether it's the people, whether it's our daivas, whether it's our nagas, our Durgama. One thing they all put together remind me of is no success is real if you're not connected to your roots. If you are not connected to your roots, the success that you talk about is only monetary. It's only financial success. And at the end of your career, you realize that that doesn't matter at all. You know? And I think that's the beauty. So if there's anything real in me, it comes from there. It comes from my roots. I know I keep going there. I go there 10 times a year probably. Just to feel normal and to come back with the kind of energy that I don't see me having if I don't do that. I feel somewhere Durgama, my daivas are the ones who've been taking care of our family. In spite of the worst of situations, I've always bounced back, and happy is because of her strength.
And, talking about spirituality, you look very tranquil, composed, centered, balanced. What can you offer in terms of any wisdom on that front?
And I think... I said it in the beginning of the conversation itself. He said, stay connected to your roots and it'll make all the difference. I think we're looking, children today are stressed, there's anxiety. There's anxiety because we don't know where we come from, where do we belong. And that's one thing that is very, very important. The minute you get into that space, things change. The minute you get into sport, the minute you get into fitness, and that becomes your ultimate goal, everything else falls into place. You're in control of yourself, and that's what you need. And that's why for me, 5:30 is gym time, 6 o'clock is gym time, I'm done by 7:30, and then I'm ready to conquer the world. And that makes a hell of a lot of difference. Because the minute you're healthy, even from your mind, you are healthy. You're healthy an overall individual, as an individual.
You've also mentioned spending time with your family as contributing to your mental health. How close are you, and how do you navigate those relationships?
I think my family is the be-all and end-all of everything for me. The household, the fuel that we run on is respect and not hierarchy. We respect each other. For each one, what they do, what they've achieved, and that's why that huge difference. KL coming into our lives, and someone says, a lot of people say, wow, yeah, you've got a cricketer in your family. I don't think we've gained a cricketer in our family. Amana and me have gained a son in the family. Tia, blessed to have such a wonderful husband. And so also Ahan. And KN and Ahan are like husband and wife. And Tia sometimes keeps telling me, Papa, are they married or am I married to him? That's how close they are. That's how beautiful it is. So I think that is what the family is all about. It's also that we all make an attempt. We all make an attempt to make sure that the larger family also tries and meets every Sunday in the afternoons. We do our afternoon lunches together. We do family vacations and holidays together. So I think all those little things add up, and that's the difference when it comes to the family.
So KL had a very strong series in England. How nervous were you, or do you watch those games? And
what's funny is I'm an absolute cricket buff, and there's probably no game of cricket that I've ever missed. Even if I'm shooting, either the phone would be on or something or the other is on. Commentary was on in the earlier days. But ever since KL got into playing cricket, I've stopped watching cricket. I've stopped watching KL play. I get anxiety, I get anxious, and I'm very vocal. Not because of his game, but if a selection doesn't happen or he's not chosen and I feel he deserves to be in a part of the team, then you have Tia and Ahan telling me, Papa, don't talk, don't say anything, please stay quiet. But ever since he started playing, I've completely got out of cricket, and my wife is now the expert.
But you were kind of a pretty good cricketer yourself, right?
Yeah, we all believe in India we're damn good cricketers. But no, I played cricket at a good level, but probably wasn't good enough, for cricket. And I wouldn't say the movies benefited, but it got an additional actor. Who they still call wooden and doesn't know how to act. So, but I survive. I should have actually, Anita has 200 and how many stores? 270 stores. I should have, instead of then my dialogue, Anjali, main tumhe bhul jao, I should have said, Anita, main tumhe bhul jao, ho nahi sakta. Just imagine what it would have been when she came to Mischief with that bag. If only I knew. And if only I was an entrepreneur like people call me, which I'm not. I've seen more failures than success, but what the hell, the media labels you that way and you carry on, and I'm making the most of it.
I think you're being facetious. I think you've made a lot of money as an entrepreneur.
No, not true.
I'll just name one. Sunil was an early investor at Beardo, and they just had a very good exit with when the HUL takeover happened. That's true.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your entrepreneurial journey. You have kind of dabbled in so many things. I mean, you opened up Mischief, which is
that says. He said it, I didn't say it, that I'm not an entrepreneur. He's dabbled in so many things. So jack of all trades is never the king. But anyways, today's world, that work. And as an actor, Ria would tell you, earlier, it was only real estate, because anything else you tried to do and you didn't take care of, which even today is the fact that if you don't take care of your baby, your baby would never react to you the way you expect her to. I'm talking about a business. So I failed in a lot. But today, with this new gen, with the startup universe, you get an opportunity to work with great founders. They know their business. They know what to do. So if I back the right person, I know I'm secure. I'm good at doing a particular thing. I will focus on that, either marketing, getting that brand up there, getting them the visibility, getting them the media help that they require. But other than that, I don't want to interfere. I don't know nothing. But there's a chance to grow. Unless you're only looking for unicorns, which I'm not. Anybody who's successful and knows that he has to take money back home at the end of the day is someone who's appealing to me.
Yeah, and there's also a human element, I think, I don't know how many people know, but Hakim's Alim is somebody you actually invested in. Of course, now it's a kind of an empire that he's created as a one-man show. So you do back people, right?
Yeah, for me it's intent over ideas. It's people over presentation. It is asking why and not what. Why do you want me? And not what am I going to get out of it. The simple things. Value over valuation. I value that relationship with Alim. So I'm not necessarily looking at valuation. That'll come if it has to come. And I'm dependent on him because he's running the business. But what I value about Alim is, it's been over 20 years, 25 years. Every A to Z of the industry uses Alim. Very easily, after the first time I invested with him or invested in him, after that we've never required money. It's run on its own, it's self-funded. You could have easily walked away and said, you know what, I want to do my own thing. But because I value, and it was never valuation that I saw, he sees value in that relationship. So it's always about you valuing the other person. I'm an introvert otherwise. Few people I'm connected to, I connect from here. That's why for me, even if it's a failure, it doesn't matter to me. I'm someone who always looks at a glass half full and never half empty. And that's why I think I'm at peace with myself. And, you say you've come back and people are talking about you. is because the virtual world has also understand that we need to connect to the real people. Gen Z has realized that we need to get to our roots. India matters, even when we were doing mischief. For me, it was never made in India, it was proudly Indian. So the minute and the day we start thinking like that, we can't go wrong. You talk about Ajmal. It's a brand that is Indian. It's a proudly Indian brand, gone and set themselves up, in the Middle East, and now ruling the roost, yeah.
So well said. And I think, in fact, summing up one of the major themes of this Festival of Ideas, would like your thoughts on social media. There's a lot of, obviously, anxiety and lots of positives as well. People have platforms, they can promote themselves, put their own messages through without any gatekeepers. So it's good and bad. How do you deal with it, or how do you think people should deal with it?
I mean, it depends on every individual how they want to deal with it. For me, it is post, small interaction if need to be, and then completely log out. Because I believe, and I honestly believe, and that little girl out there, Ria, would be the one who would tell you that peace only comes when you don't look for validation or you don't look for notifications. Stay out, because those people don't matter, and those people should never ever matter. And I think that is very, very important for us to understand. I'm very happy, I've told you this before, I'm very happy having a simple meal. It's like today. The food was great, but it was the ambiance, it was the people, it was the energy, it was a nervous chef who's created that masterpiece. But the minute he saw his first dish being accepted, he got more confident. He was confident after that. Chapter 5 was like he could be the next Bachchan on the block. He was that confident. So it's always give and take. So for me, a good meal with friends, laughter is happiness here. But for the virtual world, to look happy, you need 5 dishes, you need the color of the dishes, you need the right people on the table, you need the right photograph. And then the people who are waiting there to eat, hungry like me, say ki, acha khawe abhi? No, the photo is not good, I need another photo. Okay, you take another photo. And then it goes up. And then you look for validation. I got my 10 likes, okay, now you can start. But what do I start? The food's gone cold. And I'm used to mom and Mana giving me garam khana. When we eat, we need garam khana. So does that work for me? No. So it's us. It's us. We who have to decide what are we going to choose.
So you and your wife were on holiday in Europe recently, and you actually wrote a very beautifully composed LinkedIn post talking about how impressed you were with the environment that you were in terms of cleanliness, in terms of, well, maybe not cleanliness, just the order, etc., etc.
Yeah, cleanliness no more.
Yeah, that's true.
Cleanliness no more.
But you were talking about how you thought India superseded the experience that you were having in a European city.
Absolutely. See the energy, see the kids, see the kind of work that they're doing. At every level, there is, and you talk edutech, you talk fintech, you talk health, anything that you talk about industry, small, medium scale, everybody is an individual who's looking to achieve something, to get the country going forward, which is amazing. And there you realize 90% of the people don't even know what is happening. Forget their own city, with their own food, with people, they don't have people to work. You go to the best of fine dining restaurants and you've got a staff of 2 handling 200 of them, and here we have 2 and we have 200 handling. You know, hospitality, don't even dream what Asia can deliver, the rest of the world can't deliver. There was a time. Their airports are run down today. You see our airports, you go to Bangalore International Airport. I believe I'm flying within the airport only. There's so much to do. You know, I can visit five different countries in that. So it is. शर्म आ जाएंगी उनको अगर हमारे एयरपोर्ट्स आके देखे जो समझते हैं कि आज भी हम हाथियों पे चलते हैं. नहीं, वो ज़माना नहीं है. But they still believe that. You know. So I had written a piece as to, yes, peaceful, because Mana and me have nobody coming asking for selfies and photographs, being shot like that, and saying, no, I'm not watching, I'm watching something. I said, okay, then how did you see my middle finger when it came up? That was your camera working. So, those are the things.
This has been... This has been a really funny and entertaining and fun conversation. I'm just going to end with what you are going to be focusing on in the next couple of years.
No, I think for sure, closer to retirement, so legacy over the limelight, for sure. And, I don't think I need the need to be in front of the camera, but surely behind a great cause, something where I can make a difference. If I can get our Indians to believe that health is our only wealth, and what they call wellness in the West is our daily routine. This is something we do day in and day out, every single day. And our calorie fight is better than their MMA. Our yoga and, yoga is what they brought to us, is far better than anything else. So focus on that side of it. The West doesn't matter. We have everything in here. Take care of your health. Everything will be okay. And then, yes, I want to enjoy this period of being a grandfather and want to see Ahan settle and maybe more grandchildren, plenty of them around, and have fun.
Health is the only wealth. Give it up for the one and only Suniel Shetty.